Have you ever called your cat's name again and again, and your cat just sits there like you don't exist? You say, "Come here," nothing. You say it again, a little louder this time, still nothing. But the moment you open a can of food or shake a treat bag, suddenly your cat appears like magic. So what is going on here? Is your cat ignoring you on purpose? Does your cat actually understand you? Or is there something much more interesting happening inside the mind of a cat? Many cat owners think their cat is simply stubborn, but the truth is much more fascinating. Cats are not just ignoring you randomly. Their behavior is connected to thousands of years of evolution, instincts, intelligence, and the unique way cats communicate. And today, we're going to explore 8 surprising facts that explain why cats don't always listen to their owners. But before we begin, I want to ask you something. Have you ever called your cat, and it completely ignored you? But the moment you opened food, it ran to you immediately. If that has happened to you, comment below. My cat only listens to food. I'm curious how many people have experienced this. Now, let's start with the first fascinating reason. Fact 1. Cats are naturally independent. One of the biggest reasons cats don't listen is because of their evolutionary history. Domestic cats, scientifically known as Felis catus, evolved from wild cats that survived mostly on their own. Unlike wolves, which lived and hunted in groups, wild cats hunted alone. They relied on their own instincts and decisions, rather than following a leader. This difference shaped how cats think. Animals that live in groups must cooperate. They must follow signals, respond to leaders, and work together. Cats never needed that type of cooperation. Because of this, modern house cats still carry a strong sense of independence. So when you give your cat a command, your cat's brain doesn't automatically think, "I should obey." Instead, your cat may think something like this: "Do I want to do that?" If the answer is no, the cat simply continues doing whatever it was doing. Fact 2. Cats respond to rewards, not commands. Here's something many people don't realize. Cats are very capable of learning commands, but they usually only respond when there is a clear reward. For example, if a cat learns that coming when called leads to treats or food, it may start responding more often. But if there is no reward involved, the cat might decide there's no reason to respond. This is very different from many dogs, which were bred for thousands of years to follow commands and work closely with humans. Cats were never bred for obedience. Instead, their relationship with humans developed naturally. Thousands of years ago, humans discovered that cats were excellent hunters of mice and rats, so humans allowed cats to live nearby. Over time, cats became companions, but they kept their independent nature. Fact 3. Your cat actually hears you. Here's a surprising fact. Your cat probably hears you perfectly well. Cats have extremely sensitive hearing. In fact, they can detect sounds at frequencies far higher than humans can hear. This means when you call your cat's name, your cat almost certainly heard you. Studies suggest that cats can even recognize their owner's voice. Researchers have played recordings of owners calling their cats. Many cats reacted with small movements, such as ear twitches or head turns. This shows that cats often recognize when their owners are speaking. But recognizing a voice is not the same as choosing to respond. Your cat may know exactly what you said, and simply decide not to move. Fact 4. Cats study human behavior. Cats are extremely observant animals. Your cat is probably watching you much more often than you realize. It watches when you wake up. It watches when you walk into the kitchen. It watches when you open certain cabinets. Over time, cats learn your habits and routines. For example, your cat may learn that when you walk into the kitchen at a certain time, food usually appears. Because of this, cats often respond more to actions than to words. You might call your cat's name 10 times without a reaction, but the moment you walk toward the food bowl, your cat suddenly appears. Your cat has learned that actions predict rewards. Fact 5. Cats communicate differently than humans. Humans rely heavily on language. Cats do not. Cats communicate through body language, scent, and subtle signals. For example, a raised tail can show confidence. Flattened ears may indicate fear or irritation. A slow blink often signals trust and affection. Because of this, your cat may respond more to your movements than your words. Your posture, gestures, and tone may matter more than the actual command. This is why sometimes your cat reacts when you stand up or move toward it even if you didn't say anything. Fact 6. Cats get deeply focused. Cats are incredibly focused animals. If your cat is watching a bird outside the window, tracking a bug, or stalking a toy, it may enter a deep state of concentration. During this moment, Your voice may not be the most important thing in the environment. In the wild, this intense focus helps cats hunt successfully. That instinct still exists today. So if your cat ignores you while watching something interesting, it may simply be too focused to care about anything else. Fact 7. Cats value personal control. Cats like to feel in control of their environment. If a cat feels forced to do something, it may resist the situation, but when a cat chooses to interact on its own terms, it often becomes more affectionate. This is why many cats approach their owners when they want attention rather than when they are called. Your cat may ignore you when you call, but 5 minutes later, it may come sit next to you. From the cat's perspective, the interaction happened because it chose it. Fact 8. Your cat might be testing you. Here's a fun possibility. Sometimes your cat might simply be testing your reaction. Cats are curious animals. They enjoy exploring how things work. If your cat ignores your commands and notices that you react strongly, talking louder, moving closer, or repeating the command, it may find the situation interesting. Your reactions become part of the cat's entertainment. This playful curiosity is one reason cats often develop such unique personalities. Famous internet cats like Grumpy Cat became popular partly because their expressions made them look like they refused to listen to anyone, and millions of people loved that attitude. Now here's something I'm really curious about. Does your cat come when you call its name, or does it pretend not to hear you? Tell me in the comments. And if your cat only listens when food is involved, I definitely want to hear that story. Cat owners always have the funniest experiences. In the end, when your cat doesn't listen to you, it doesn't mean your cat is unintelligent. In fact, cats are very observant and capable learners. Their behavior simply reflects their independent nature. They are not animals designed to blindly follow commands. Instead, they observe, evaluate, and decide what actions are worth their time. And sometimes, that decision means doing absolutely nothing at all. But that mysterious independence is exactly what makes cats such fascinating companions. They don't just follow us, they interact with us in their own unique way. And maybe that's why living with a cat is always interesting, always unpredictable, and always a little bit mysterious.